Greetings and salutations, folks. Ben here, Ferd there, and y'all everywhere. It's a Sunday night hanging right here on Sundays, because that's, well, it's easier than coming up with another name for the show. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. And befuddled of me, I was like, of all the people I've had on this channel, I haven't had on the Grand Poobah himself, you know, chief bottle washer of a court holder at the Water Buffalo meetings, Ferd Berfe himself. Thanks for coming up, my friend.
My Water Buffalo hat's buried on the shelf up here. I was going to drag it out, but nah. Greetings and hallucination, y'all.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, we got a bunch of the usual characters in here. More filing in. I'm going to scroll back and see who we got in here. We got 724 Michael Kraus. What's up? We've got Unfucking Believable, who is ready to jump in if needed if we're having issues with the digitals. Yosemite Nightcat would rather have a nap than watch us. Okay. Sure. Keith H says, hello, everyone. Now I get stoned. Yep. We got Lee, a.k.a. Barge, is here. Great to see Lee. Me and Ferd talking in the chat, trying to figure out how to do this thing. That's fine. Wayne McConnell's here. He says, I'm lighting up just because I can. Well, perfect. Billy Baloney is apparently also. There's a good friend, Jim, JP Page 2, Cushman NYC, Patrick Trites, Dave Chase, all the usual kids. There's Ryan, OU812, Six String Stanger, John Landino, Michael B, Charles 75N, nice. Marshall Murray, Terry's 3Gs, easy with the green and the sparkly. Terry, just fucking trolling right from the start. Actually, he says he can discuss why he doesn't care for it. Okay, well, no. Well, we could, but we're not. Arkansas is here. Sup? Matt from Cullen Music. Paul McNary. And several feline-shaped objects, I'm sure. Hip Metalworks. Always good to see Ken. Right. Coots 13. Fellow Canuck.
Hey, there's my bride.
Nice.
Dorothy Daniel.
I was going to say, the voice of Cornhole is your bride?
No.
That's where I'm in the chat.
No. He's not my type.
Yeah. Crazy Monkey Guitars is here. Dan Gorman, Steve Rezer. Sure. Oh, geez. Yep. Paul's tuned in. Look at that. He's just screaming it from the top of his lungs. I'm surprised we can't hear him all the way from Missouri.
Yelling at the top of his lungs.
Nick KB Music's here. Lawrence Cash of Alaska. Richard Clark. Holy crap. It's scrolling. Everyone's saying hey to each other. Blue Mox. Arf. Ryan Hall, y'all, our music in law. Josh Tamberg, last week's guest. There's the lovely Dorothy. Why, thanks. No, it's not my beard. I know. I'm just a mere pup compared to the wily veteran.
It'll grow soon enough.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Michael Kraus, I posted a photo of himself taken by Dave Chase in the Facebook group. If you folks aren't part of the Facebook group, join in. There's a link to it down below. Of Michael Kraus holding a Theodore. He was afraid to plug it in because he might like it too. They do sound good. And I don't usually, like the negative comments on a guitar, but all those sounded awesome. Ugly as sin. I'm like, yep, sure. Mark Taft is here. What's up, Mark? Gear Junkie 35 is here. What's up, Jason? We got Bo's here. That would be Guitar Man 45. Who else? Mesa Guitar Guy is here. Nice. 51 foot DC Rich 581. And I am caught up. Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm seeing L Barge and Cushman, Mesa Guitar Guy, Blue Mox, Bo.
Cool Tunes Made Easy.
Zach Thong.
There's Zach.
Unfreaking believable.
My knees hurt. What's up, knees? He's giving me the shout out there during Pete's show earlier. Yeah, Pete looking like the rock star life, drinking a cold snack on some terrace in Venice, Italy. I'm like, come on.
Welcome to my kitchen, guys. My wife and I live in a 40-foot RV, so it's kind of wood panel heaven for me.
I love wood paneling. I was over at my buddy Rich's place this week, and he was showing me off the house. And he, similar to his place, this is actually wood paneling that's just been painted white. And he's like, yeah, it looks better than the wood paneling. I'm like, no, I like the wood paneling.
Yep.
Oh, Dana, welcome.
Hi, Dana.
Jeez, I should have had you on early. All the ladies coming out for you tonight. Jesus.
There you go. That's what my wife's girlfriend told her today. He'll do well on YouTube. That sexy voice.
That's right. RJ the Mad One's here.
Hey, RJ. And there's BC Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rob.
Nice. Good old crowd coming in already. So, yeah, if you have any questions for either of us, you can add us or, member milestone message if you're a channel member, or super chat always stands out, in my opinion, because, cash. And I'm a musician. Ting. So, yeah.
Yeah, Blue Mox. We've been living in this thing for a little better than 10 years.
I saw that.
Good, cheap living.
In 40 feet, you get a fair amount of space on one of those.
Yeah, it does all right. Got room enough for a dozen plus guitars. But,
we got Eric and Jim joining in.
Yeah. Got 4 of them hanging on the walls here.
Nice.
My wife likes the decor.
Oh, she has good taste. BC asks, any one thing that you miss from your homeowner days?
No. Actually, no.
There we go. Yeah, you can see Mesa Guitar Guy in here. All channel members coming out tonight by the looks of things. Speaking of which, folks, we do have Water Buffalo meeting this coming Wednesday. 6 p.m. Central if you're in the middle pickup position time zone.
Yeah.
Be nice to the
That's
guest.
me.
Dan of New Jersey's here.
My SG's in the middle position right here.
As it should. What's wrong with that? There's actually, I took a screenshot of on the Theodore demo. Someone mentioned how the middle position sounded best. So I took a screenshot, showed Chris. See?
Yep.
Not alone. We got Christopher Lai Silva's here.
Okay, so
I heard a cat sneaking in here. Why? I know we do feel sorry for our friend Chris. He's just still can't figure out how to use more than one pickup at once. It just baffles him. But it does a thing. It's a chiminess. There's 60 Cycle Steve.
yeah, Dan in New Jersey.
Matt Stewart. A bunch of people I saw there from Friday night over at Tone Talk. If you didn't see it already, folks, you should check it out. I don't usually plug other channels that much, but that was
you got that right, Matt.
That's right. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a big crowd with Mick Mars on Tone Talk, and so I made a point of being there to moderate, which was pretty good overall. Everyone was pretty well behaved, and sure enough, Blabbermouth was already picking up on the stuff yesterday. Ferd, next day already had one article out. Yeah, So I saw Mark had shared it on Facebook, and then Mark and I were chatting last night for a bit and stuff. And he's like, I missed one super chat, but the guy was a bit of a dick in it. I'm like, you didn't miss a thing. It wasn't worth mentioning. And it wasn't a huge, it was $5, and the guy made some really asinine comment. I was like, no, just because you pay $5 doesn't mean you get to be an ass in front of a rock star.
Yeah.
You can do that for free, folks. Just saying. Let's see, Laura says I converted a Yukon XL to be a solo mobile bedroom and jam spot room. Twin bed, Kemper, 1x12, home theater system, parked in a building, saving for a real mobile home. I work on them here. Nice.
Yeah. Yukon XL, that's the GMC version of the Suburban, right?
Right. Yes.
That's what I drive.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, we can't, the guy, Mick Mars doesn't do interviews. You can't have him there it's not John Sir. He's not going to be there for 4 hours. There's searching for tone. Great to see searching for tone in here. Jeff K's here. Well, Zach says, I got to go out of town to Oshawa on Wednesday during the day, but I should be back in time for the Water Buffalo meeting. Good.
Cool.
Always like having you there, Zach. There's Eddie Van Haskell.
Yeah. Searching for tone slipped past me there. I missed him before. See that Metalwork saying hi to him.
Yeah. See, this is where it's good that people do say hi to each other so much, because especially as a channel host too, I'll miss somebody popping in, but fortunately, if 4 of you are saying hi to them, I'm going to catch at least a couple of them. There's BCC, Bass Clef Connoisseur.
Yep.
Hobo Roadie.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, there's certain questions I could cover on the show, but there's certain questions, for those who don't know, Ferd's been on with the chat with Charles, so we don't do the, did you get started in the old guitar picker now? No, that's Charles' thing. We let... Oh, by the way, folks, you channel members, extra perk starting tonight. There's a new emoji in there. Just saying.
All right.
And I'm not saying it is, in fact, Charles doing a facepalm, but it might be Charles doing a facepalm. There's Manfred.
I resemble that remark.
BC. I was waiting for that. Bass Players Unite bass clef, the only clef that matters. I think they found it. Yeah. Yeah, I just labeled it Charles.
Howdy, Arkansas. And
There's Gary.
GTR 1952.
I was thinking of Gary last night because whenever the topic there, birth year guitars come up, he's like, he goes, that's a paper. And I was looking at this collector here in Canada. He's got some stuff for sale, and then a private collection. The very first thing was a 52 gold top Les Paul the first year, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, Gary wouldn't mind that, but
I'm sure
it was beautiful.
Well, he's got 3 years on me. I was born in 1955.
There we are. Okay, you're finding all the custom emojis now. I see. RJ says 66 had no good guitars. Oh, 66 Fenders are fine. They're good. Try 74. Dark times. Lots of choices. None of them really that good.
Rock Daddy.
Blue Mox says, inquiry minds want to know, what are the guitars in Ferd's home?
Well, let's see. I got an SG with E90s. And I got a Epiphone Les Paul. I got two Strats. One's in the box right now, waiting to be rebuilt, and a Telly, and several home brewed parts caster things. 335 clone.
Nice.
Some cheap bass that I picked up from Wish.com for like $59.
Sure.
I think it's a Glary second.
Fine.
It plays all right. Yeah.
Nice. Whoa, the one and only Boner Jams in the chat. He says, Ferdinand, you circumnavigating lady netherworlds. Good to see you, kid. It's time for Bears football. Night all.
Yeah, I already had both of my teams won this afternoon. The Saints are my perennial favorites because, I don't like the Cowboys. And they whooped up on the Cowboys so bad today at 41-9 or 44-19.
Woo.
Did me good. And the Chiefs just edged the Bengals here a few minutes ago. Beat them by 1 point.
Wow. There's Joe.
Hey, Joe. Charles.
Manfred says, been working on some guitar projects lately. Speaker cabinets are on hold. Nobody's paying attention to nice vintage cabs and quality hand-built cabs right now. I'm asking reasonable prices. Yeah, I get it. Cabs are, I don't know. It's like people look at them like fender skirts. They're lovely, but they don't need them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
I've got a little PV 1x12 sitting underneath my workbench over here.
Perfect.
And I built my own vertical 2x12 out of a ported car subwoofer box. That I hooked my Tweaker 15 up to it and turned it up. Sounds just like a stereo, like a home stereo.
Nice.
And a pair of Celestian, Rocket 50s that I bought off Amazon for $50 a shot.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I was going to say Hobo Roadie's got a lot of cabs, like all the cabs.
4x12s out the yin yang. I have him and
my back hurts when he just talks about
it. Him and Bent Tom are
right
with the 4x12s, and probably Bo too.
Bo too, yeah. Well, yeah, but Bo's an outlier. Bo's quantity and everything, right?
Right.
Let's be honest. Which Bo said recently that Jeanette gave him the go-ahead on this whole Mission from God thing that he's doing.
He's going to have something set up here sometime soon.
Yep. Eston Ray is here.
Hello, Eston.
Good to see you. Knees is looking for SGs or flying Vs. All right. You be it. They're mostly just talking to each other. I guess they don't really care. No?
Yeah.
We're just placeholders, folks. There we go. Chris asks, Ferd's go-to pedals.
Oh, my goodness. I'm using a MXR Timmy into a clone, that Golden Horse, cheap when they sell on Amazon for like $35.
Right? Was it the Mosky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
the
I
one.
think I still have one of
I
them
have,
around
I
here.
have a silver one. I have a silver one too, but I use the gold one. And that's the one I put on the board most often. Into a BEOD pedal. The BEOD Deluxe clone. And that goes straight to the amp. Got
And then with the full rig rundown, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if I could I could get that board loose over there.
Dan Gorman says, nice to finally put a face to the name Ferd Berfe. Right? That's what we do. Ian O'Rourke is here. What's up, Ian? If you haven't already, please hit that like, folks. The more likes that we have, YouTube pays attention. They start pushing it out to actually not just new people, but the actual subscribers. Like, you're like, hey, why isn't this guy in the chat? Well, because he probably doesn't know that I'm live, because YouTube's all like, keep me a secret or something. I don't know why they are. Here we are. A modest, nice little board.
Yeah. I just play around the house here. How well you can see it.
Nice couple JHS 3 Series
pedal and the I got an octave reverb and a delay.
Nice.
And the little slapback delay up here.
Mm-hmm.
Electro harmonics. And this little jewel is a Keeley. He calls it the Dino Myroto.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a tri-chorus with a flanger and a rotary.
Damn. I kind of like that idea.
You can do any one or all three or whatever. Pick that up
Chris, where's the chorus pedal? Asked and answered. Tri-chorus, Chris.
Yeah.
I like that. Dan says very cool. Dan, New Jersey's like, I love pedal boards. Right? Who doesn't? Searching for Tone says that's an awesome board.
It does the trick.
Right.
This is my number one at the moment.
I'll solo you out again here.
This Epiphone Classic SG or SG Classic, whatever you want to call it.
Sure. Nice.
Does the trick. I don't know if you can hear this thing or not. It's loud.
Oh, yeah.
That's just unplugged. Come here, you. Hard to play with armchair here. That and my bad. That and my bad wrist and arthritis. But yeah, that's the one I play the most when I play.
Yes, folks, SG and a bagel stick because neck dive.
This is one of those. It's called an X trim. I got it from guitarfetish.com.
Mm-hmm.
All you do is take the stop tailpiece off.
Right.
Slide this puppy on and put the screws back in it right in the same studs. You don't have to drill any more holes or anything.
That's cool. And
it adds enough weight to the ass end of this thing to keep it from neck diving. I put a roller bridge on it to make it easier to the as far as the I can dive it.
Marshall Murray asks, been rearranging my board. Do y'all like a high to low gain pedal order or low to high gain order for your dirt pedals? I like mine low up to high.
Yep. Same here.
That way I can boost the highest pedal as needed with just a little extra if I need to. Everyone's loving that setup. The non-invasive trim system, helping with the neck dive. Yep.
Right. Radio. Yeah, well, without that, it didn't have that much neck dive. It just very slightly. If I use a wide strap, 2.5, 3 inch guitar strap,
Sure.
it hung on just fine, didn't dive.
Nice.
But for $50,
Sure.
that X trim works just fine.
Michael Crow says SGs just feel tiny to me. I think I'm going to break them. Well, you're not exactly a small gentleman, Mike. You seem like, at least my size. I'm 6 foot. When I saw you with the Theodore, it didn't look exactly huge on you. Like, I always thought Les Pauls were huge because the only point of reference was Randy Rhoads playing one for the longest time. And then I'm like, oh, they're more like a ukulele size. Jeez. But of course you will, Bo.
Yeah.
All of them? Because I bet you have more than one. I
uh,
guarantee some of them had neck dive.
Joe,
6'6".
this Bigsby is
There we
not
go.
hard to change the strings on, dude. This Bigsby is not hard to change the strings on.
I knew you were a big gent there, Mike. 6'6". Les Paul would look like a ukulele on you.
I don't know if you can see this on the end here. The strings just fit through here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It fit in right through here, through this little plastic piece, and it slides up underneath these roller balls and up to the bridge. Nothing to it.
Perfect.
Very easy.
Now I think I might want to try one of those drums myself. Easily to put onto a Gretsch.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Gretches,
Yes.
I was going through. I look at Facebook Marketplace on a pretty regular basis.
Mhm.
Came across a Gretsch Streamliner with looks like a B7 Bigsby on it, with a Gator gig bag, asking $450 for it.
That is that's a nice. But,
And it's been up there for like 5 weeks. It's in Athens, Texas, which is not far from Charles, actually.
so it would be probably the fellow might even take $4 for it.
Might. Yes, I did say Gretsch.
Yeah. Yeah, in your neck of the woods too, Charles. Just saying.
I was just telling Ben that Gretsch Streamliner on Facebook Marketplace in Athens, Texas, asking $450 for it with a Gator gig bag.
Yes, Joe. Yes.
Well, you got that right.
Justin's a little bit behind, but that's fine. He's like, that's a rather impressive looking pedal board. Nice. You got 64 people watching. Hit that like if you haven't already, folks. Help me out. Bo likes your shirt. Best dressed. There you go. Yeah, I just went for a Texas band so I can, suck up. Just saying.
Yeah, the little ZZ Top. I noticed that.
Exactly. It's like Beetlejuice. You said, just say the word Gretsch 3 times and Charles will show up. Although Charles has been looking at a Japanese Gretsch. I'm like, oh, like high end.
The Streamliner I was talking about is blue.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. I like Wayne's idea of a candy red because candy red looks just awesome on anything.
Yeah.
I asked my good buddy Rich about that the other day, and he's a painter by trade. Because I asked him, I said, so what finish looks good on any guitar regardless of make or model? And he's thinking about it. I'm like, well, I'll give you the answer, and you'll have to agree with me. He's like, all right, I'm like candy apple red. And he sat there for 15 minutes. And every time I was like, hey, I'm still going through products in my head. And he looked at me. He's like, I think you're right. There's Devil's Horns, Alien Head, Rob Blackmore official.
Hi, Rob.
Dan Gorman says, who wants to start a geezer band? All of us. All of us.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Ryan finally got around to saying hi to me. That's nice, Ryan. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's my lovely sister, Amanda.
Well, hello, Miss Amanda.
See, like I said, all the women tuning in tonight for Ferd.
Yeah.
You're never too old for the geezer band, Joe. That's the great thing.
Yeah.
You only have to play like 2 or 3 songs, then you pawn off the guitar to someone else. And everybody gets to play sitting down. It's optional.
I can't play standing up for more than about 5 or 10 minutes. My back hurts.
No. And I'm just not going to put this up on the screen for somebody. That's right, Neat. Road guitars are the best guitars. Duh.
Yeah, Gary, that Duesenberg trim is very similar to the one I've got on this too.
Right. And I thank you, RJ's other account, for coming in for the extra like. Appreciate that. Nice. Where did I see? Oh, yeah. We practice during the day, so we can eat dinner at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and we'd be asleep by 4:30 or 7:30 if we want to. Oh, yeah. And that's the other thing. We have a place where we just show up. Nobody loads in gear. It's there. It's set up. We leave it set up. And Matt says, no color can save a Gibson Theodore. My opinion has changed quite a bit after playing one. As I said, why is it that the best playing Gibsons are the ugliest looking Gibsons?
Hey, James. James Hawking.
Nice. What's up, James? See if I missed anything. If I did, say it again. Lee says geezer band and we'll do Slipknot covers. That'd be more slip disc covers.
Yeah, something like that.
Right?
Yeah, he did, Joe. I think Chris Cornell played a Gretsch.
I know he played a Guild and possibly Gibson. I'm not sure about a Gretsch.
That may be what I was thinking of. Was a
Yeah, he had a Guild that was kind of 335 shaped, I want to say.
Yeah. That was my first really good guitar when I was a kid. It was a Guild Les Paul custom copy.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
See, I'm curious.
Sold it to my cousin in 73 when I joined the Navy.
Okay.
Wish I had it still.
No doubt. I'm curious. Was it the S100, which is their SG?
Mm-hmm.
Seems a little more balanced.
Yeah.
That's right. Stoli and limeade at 3 in the afternoon after practice.
Yes,
Perfect. Now, speaking of which, folks, I'm just going to say, much like myself, this man is a connoisseur of the soda pops, because every time I've released a demo, he'll leave a comment and it'll inspire me. It's either that would pair well with this, or here's an appropriate thing as well. And yeah, I'm just saying. Just saying, folks.
Me and my wife come up with some very odd concoctions now and again, but mostly good stuff.
Terry, the Black Hole Sun video is not the early years of Soundgarden. That was like their fourth album. The early years would be when Hero was still in the band. And then Bad Motorfinger was kind of the breakthrough.
Well, my tube amp is an
Oreo
Tweaker 15.
I have not done Cheerwine. I don't like cherry that much, Billy. But I think I've had it. I think I had a can of it once down south because everybody was drinking it. Doug's wife was drinking it. I think my girlfriend was drinking it the year that we were down there.
My other amp is a
Oreo.
20,
Oreo.
20 watt,
I don't know.
20-watt Joyo Jackman with a
Nice.
12AX7 preamp and a solid state power amp.
Oh, somebody wants to show off momentarily, apparently. He's virtue signaling here. Look, there's a Gretsch.
There you go.
The Nashville player.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Chris. He's like one of those Prices Right spokesmodels.
Yeah.
I do have a couple interesting ones coming up. All I know is I got this one. I found some American pop at this place, Ferd, and all I can tell you is on one of the cans, the Statue of Liberty is riding a motorcycle. It's some Mountain Dew variety, and I was just like, I forget, it's called like Liberty Juice. So I'm like, wow. So you can really taste the freedom.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah, I was just like, what in the Star Spangled? What the? Yeah.
What in the wide world of sports is that?
Yeah. It's a shame it's not in the middle position, Chris. It's a shame. He's giving me the finger now. That's nice. That's right. Goes with your freedom fries. Hey, Scott. Good to see you. GSN 72.
Howdy, GSN.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like anything with zero sugar because I can taste the zero sugarness, the chemicals.
I have to do the zero sugar, however, because I'm diabetic.
Right. That's why I'm taking one for the team on some of these. So I'm like, whoo! You taste the diabetes. It's just like that one there. The last one we put out yesterday. Oh yeah, with Mark Taft made a cameo in it too.
Yeah.
It threw Matt McCollum off, Ferd, because he says, I was talking off camera, and he's like, wow, this really seems like he's actually talking to somebody. Like, I'm starting to worry about you. That Mark came on camera. He's, oh, okay. That's right. Cane sugar rule.
Yep. Gary's still thinking about the gold top.
Yeah, I bet.
When I'm not drinking Coke Zero, I'm drinking sugar-free peach iced tea.
Like you're so in the South. I love it. Because nothing says the South like peach iced tea, in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
Arf, if you go most of the grocery stores, you can get the 4-packs of the Mexican Cokes. It is expensive. Up to $2 per bottle. I agree, Billy.
So this Joyo amp is supposed to sound like a JCM 800. Now, whether it does or not, I don't know. But it sounds pretty good. It does okay. It's a
Joe says he drinks sugar-free beer only. Okay. You feel weird, right? Because that's your conscience. You know you're cheating the system. Ryan's still on his getting through everybody, folks. It's one at a time, and there's 62 of you, so bear with him. Right. He'll get to you at some point.
This is what one of those little Joyo amps looks like.
Nice.
It's under. Well, I got this one for $79. I think they're up around $99 now. I've had this for a few years. It's Bluetooth capable. Runs off of DC 18 volts. Got an effects loop that I've never tried.
Okay, the way Ryan's like, I need he's screaming at me, I need some Sugar Tonight, Mark, or Ben with all the hearts. That's like you want kisses. You want me to blow you kisses, Ryan? There you go, buddy. Blew you
tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea.
Damn straight. Yes, Eston. All the Mexican-made Cokes and stuff, they all have the cane sugar because they know how to do it right. Search for Tone says it just got the Joy of Zombie. Nice. Yes, Steve. It was funny. We were doing an offline hang last night, and Trev, being newer to the channel, hadn't seen my NAMM vlogs from 2019 Summer NAMM adventure, which included taking the last day of NAMM off and just hanging out on Broadway instead. And at one point, we're walking down the street, and you can hear clearly a country version of Collective Soul's Shine. And he's like, is that what? Yeah, that's, yeah. And we didn't get on film was me running out of a bar, which was on the second floor, fortunately gravity, so I was taking every other stair because they started playing a country version of Pour Some Sugar on Me. And I went, fuck no, down the beer, and I was gone. And there might have been a Ben-shaped house there once was.
Yeah.
It was different. Rich Fatone says, was the Nashville same time? Didn't go to NAMM though. I went for 2 of the days. But then, yeah, we played hooky the last day, and we hung out at Carter's for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Didn't even remember playing that ES 175. And then we watched the video. I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. Oh, I was playing a 55 Telly because a fella could, and then a 59 Telly to just to see the difference between the two. Apparently, I wish I could tell you what the difference was, Ferd, but that was 5 years ago, and a lot of life choices. Because I'm watching the videos, and I'm like, I don't remember that at all happening. Yeah. Joe says, what happened to Summer NAMM in Nashville? They figured they didn't need it anymore, so they got rid of it.
COVID started it. Started to do away with it.
Yeah. It's much smaller, though. It was only like 1/10 the size of Winter NAMM anyways. And Steve, since you're in the chat, there's even a short interview with Ryan Burke right there in the vlog style, side by each, talking and stuff. Film at Night made an appearance. Robert Baker. I already blew you a kiss, Ryan. I'm not sure what exactly you're after here, but no. No means no.
Boner dance might give you some sugar, Ryan.
Billy, well, Broadway, it's very, it is very corporate now, like Vegas in that respect, but
It's a
not the best place to bring the wife. I'm just saying. You know what?
destination for bachelorette parties.
All the bachelorette parties. Yes, there's several featured in the NAMM vlogs, folks. If you haven't seen it already, yeah. Include, yeah. That's just watch, folks. That's all I'd say. And then we're going to top it off by going to BB King's bar. But then just as we're about to pay cover, the doorman's like, oh, by the way, we got male strippers happening. Oh. We're like, on one hand, we're like, oh, boy, male strippers. On the other hand, if we want to meet some ladies, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
We said, what's the cover? And we went, nah. It wasn't worth it.
The girls get in free, though.
Great. There's the legend himself, Charles Green.
Hey, Charles.
Great to see you, my friend. He's going to be coming on next week, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah. Which may or may not be a group hang or a solo hang. And the reason I mention that is we're coming up on a milestone. We're going to hit 2 million views on the channel in the next week or two. So figure once I hit it, we'll do a group hang to celebrate. No cover the strippers. Right. Exactly, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, RJ. Yeah. If things keep up, I forget what we're at. Yeah, it should hit in about 10 days, I want to say. But if something like all y'all just start watching a bunch of stuff, it might happen by the end of the week. So, and if so,
hey, Bonkers.
Yeah, good to see Bonkers here. There's Dave Chase. I think I saw Dave earlier, but Bo says I'll bring the strain. Of course you will. Oh, yeah. The amount, oh, piercing. It's like more feedback than at the NAMM show. And yeah. Woo, easy.
There was a BB King's bar in Memphis, too, back in the mid-'80s, as I recall. I was stationed in or near Memphis.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
About a year going to an electronics school at a naval air station near there.
Well, wait a minute. I suppose technically you could have a naval ship on the Mississippi. So look, you don't usually hear a lot of calls.
Naval. Yeah, it was a naval air station. Biggest naval base, biggest inland naval base. Period.
Right. Well, it makes sense because it's. You would think naval bases
had a giant anchor out by the front gate to keep the place from flooding away on the chicken shit.
Oh, don't even start.
You got that right, Amanda.
Oh, don't. Just don't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the arms straight up in the air. Yeah. And although, fun fact, in Nashville, you'll see more vehicles with Whirlpool hot tubs attached to parts of them than anywhere else.
Like limos with hot tubs.
Limos with hot tubs, SUVs with hot tubs on trailers. Oh, yeah. You're kind of an asshole when you're sober. I kid. I couldn't resist, though. As the older brother, I could not resist.
Yeah, Steve, Beale Street in Memphis, BB King's bar.
Hey, Jeremy. Welcome.
What's up, Jeremy?
Good to see you. I'd like to visit Memphis at some point.
Yeah, it would be cool, Joe. I never did get over there, get to Sun Records.
I'd like to try to lay down a track at Sun. That'd be really cool.
I don't know if they still record there or not. But as I said, that was in like '85 when I was stationed near Memphis. So it's been a few years.
I think someone wants to go to Nashville, Ferd.
Sounds like it. She likes hot tubs. So I got to tell you guys about her. She's a deadhead. She followed the dead around the country for about a year or so back in the 90s, dear, something like that.
Nice. Well, Joe says, I'm told they still do recordings. So legend has it, they still do recordings in Memphis.
Uh-huh.
Ryan says
I don't know if you can carry guns concealed in Tennessee or not without a license.
Yeah,
Can in Texas.
Not to mention as a foreigner, it's you guys kind of look down upon foreigners showing up armed. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, it's Texas is totally legal without any kind of license anymore for concealed weapons.
It's Texas.
Yeah.
Doesn't Memphis have a pyramid? Do they still have the pyramid?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
88 to 95, she says.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I bet that was a whole lot of fun.
Okay, Ryan. I thought so, maybe.
No, that's Canada. We carry swords. We're old school.
I have a katana I could carry around. Actual sword, not an amp.
The pyramid is a giant Bass Pro Shop?
I don't recall one in Memphis when I was there.
I was going to say, I think they used to have, like, in the 80s, like, wrestling shows at the pyramid in Memphis, I want to say. Oh, yeah. Atlanta's kind of known for their road rage.
Yeah. Well, if you've driven back around through Atlanta at rush hour, you know why.
I get it. Hey, believe me. I've done Toronto, which we're on par with LA and Tokyo, so
yeah,
I get it. And then you just add more heat.
Try Orlando near the Disney exits.
Right.
I lived in Orlando for like 15 years. What a mess.
Michael Crow's just throw there.
Yeah.
All right.
I see
We got
it.
legal weight. Sure.
Yeah, they finally okayed or sent a bill to legalize medical marijuana here in Texas.
And just like that, everybody was sick.
Yeah.
Nice, Dorothy. I have not been to a hip concert.
The Tragically Hip.
That would be them.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a documentary out on them that just debuted at TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival. All right, night, sis. Night, Sam.
I bet that would hurt, Rob.
Yeah.
Norfolk area. Yeah, I did some time there. 2 ships, 3 shore stations.
Nice. Oh, that's an interesting question. Wait. Well, it's a simple fact, BC. I like 4 of the 5 members of the band. So, for that one. Yeah. Plus, like, I don't know, they got really big fat like early here too. So it was like only arena stadium type shows, and I'm good. I'm not big on that. Whereas I also remember though when I was a kid that they were a Stones cover band playing around here like every other month because they were based half hour down the road.
There you go.
I believe that's Ferd's favorite string gauge and why.
I'm mostly 9 to 42s.
Smart man.
I'm using elixirs in most cases, but Graphite and Cigars sent me a set of the D'Addario coated strings. I forget what they call them.
The XT or the XS?
Yeah, XS. That's it. I put those on my Strat, and they sound okay. They do all right.
That's what.
I had just put a new set of elixirs on my SG, or I would have put them on there.
Bo really likes to brag about seeing the Spice Girls. Like, we really need to talk to him about that. Like, he really brags about that a lot. I'm not quite sure why. Sure. I'm also wondering, is Bo also a Swiftie? I'm just saying, it's the demographics here.
I'm not a Swiftie, but I like to see her in the stands at the Chiefs games.
Right?
Yeah, April Wine would be a good show, wouldn't it?
Now, them I've seen 4 or 5 times. I've seen them more than any other band of note by far, because I don't know of any other band of note that I've seen more than once. Although it's possible I have seen bands more than once, I'm just not remembering. But yeah, April Wine for sure. They're one of my all-time faves. I know it's Motown, Bo. You saying the Spice Girls are Motown? Joe doesn't use coated on electrics, but uses them on acoustics. Yeah, that's usually the gateway.
I love them on my 12-string.
Well, I guess we know what your Halloween costume is this year.
Yep. I'm going to dress up like Travis Kelce and see how many come out of the woodwork.
The fact I could hear her laughing clear as a day. That was awesome.
She's only about 20 feet away from me behind the door.
So we can address that for those who haven't seen. I don't know. Have you seen that video, Ferd, of Perry Farrell berating and smacking Dave Navarro on stage?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he had a bit of a meltdown. And the worst part, the complaint was that apparently over the last few shows, the band, and in particular the guitar, was too loud for him to compete with his vocals. It's like, that sounds like you should be yelling at your monitor mixer, not your guitar player who has no control over his volume. Although, yeah, I personally would have just probably taken the guitar off and Perry Farrell would have a guitar-shaped welt on the side of his noggin. And Jane's Addiction would be looking for a new guitar player.
Oh, jeez. There's some TSA agents that were on the ball. Jeremy Montgomery there.
I don't know if they're silent stage, Steve, but again, like, you know, it's kind of a set it and thing, right? Like, it's not like he's doing any of that stuff. He's just playing. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like, drugs and egos, it sounds like, yeah, Perry's not sober anymore. Dave is. And let's be honest, that whole band was founded, they were all smack addicts when they started the band, you know. Oh, well, that's always nice, you know, when the wives get involved. No. Right? But, although I was thinking to myself, a band fight between Dave Navarro and Perry Farrell could be possibly the wussiest musician fight ever. And like, you know, it could be refereed by Anthony Kiedis. Exactly. There's Stephen Douglas. This is not silent. And yeah, Kush, I did see the Dave Grohl news. I was over at Rich's place when his wife mentioned it to us, Ferd. My comment was, I turned to Rich and I said, well, I guess you can see the Foo Fighters live for the next 25 years because Dave ain't retiring. Everyone's saying hey to each other there. Nice. We got 65 people watching. It's awesome. Please subscribe if you aren't already. Of course, hit the like. And 60 Cycle Steve asks, y'all ever sound checked with the volume pedal at 3/4 cock? No, but I had my guitar at 8. Sort of the same idea.
Yeah.
No, I just think that would be the ultimate. You know, they could do some kind of celebrity boxing match and have Anthony Kiedis referee because he's also possibly the wussiest of wusses. The man had fake ab implants or chest implants. Come on. I'm going to pretend it's true. You can't. See you, Ian. Have a good one, my friend.
Have a good one, man.
I'm putting that rumor out.
What rumor? Which rumor?
Yes. You didn't know that, Irv? Someone had to run shirtless in the Under the Bridge video. Got a little work done. Only male I ever heard of that got the implants. Actual California bands or California formed bands? Because most California bands are not made up of Californians.
Yeah, everybody used to go to LA to be discovered.
Right?
Now they go to Nashville.
Yep. Yeah, and for like here, it was always people would go to Vancouver.
Right.
And now it's probably still go to Vancouver. I don't know. But that was just as much a lot of bands would even move out to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Exactly, Rob. It is nice, but not cheap. Just ask Trev. Although Trev's not in Vancouver proper. He's in, I think, Maple Ridge these days. Any more questions, folks? Keep them. Come on in. I'm trying to think of one. Any future projects on the go? I know you do like to tinker.
Well, I've got 3 different guitars in the process. I got to get outside and do some sanding on them and finish work on the wood. Got a you saw that that SG with the
I knew what I was talking about here, Ferd. It was the question I was avoiding to ask, but there was a lull. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't got around to working on that one yet, but let me grab that and let people look at it, see what they think.
Yep. You're warned, folks. Oh, someone's stretching his neck for a face palm. All I see is the camera come on. Oh yeah, we're getting ready here. So yeah, Lee moved to LA. Yeah, he's here. Trev's here. Reminds me, I'm supposed to send somebody something quickly because I can multitask like other people. There we go.
What do you think of this, guys?
There we go. I'm going to solo you out.
Your basic SG with a telly neck.
Yeah. Oh, Joe likes it. Murray loves it.
Martian Murray likes it. He's bigger inlays.
Needs a reverse headstock.
Yeah,
now,
that would be cool.
I'm gonna mention a large segment of my viewing audience partakes in lifestyle choices.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Easy.
Joe Mahogany, Joe.
Mahogany. There you go. James Hawking likes it.
Hey, there's Trev.
Kush is loving it. Rob, that was my thing. I just see Geddy Lee's jazz bass every time I see that block inlays with the maple fret.
It's got a telly headstock anyway.
Yeah,
Michael.
Or some inlays for the inlays.
Yeah, I could maybe do that. Charles likes
baritone neck and reverse that. Easy there, Matt.
Yeah,
everything doesn't need to be a baritone. Some of us actually tuned to 440.
Yeah, Charles wasn't there at the Water Buffalo meeting when I was showing this before.
No, he was not. Right? I like that, Jerry. I like to think the lifestyle chose me. Yes, it's a selling.
But that one's going to be fun, I think. if I can get enough weight in the back end to keep it from diving. This is, I mean, if I let
Well, at
it
least
loose,
it's not a Sprat headstock with that much more weight.
Right.
Well, worst case, you might have to put a Biggle stick on it as well.
Yeah, I could do that. It doesn't have any holes down here for the stop tailpiece and bridge and all. I still got to drill those holes once I figure out what I'm going to do with it, since this is a 25.5 instead of a 24 3/4 neck.
There we go. His bow is about to ask what scale length. Whatever the neck is.
Yeah, the neck's a 25.5 scale length.
Yeah, so you can do 25.5 because there's nothing drilled for it.
The James Hawking, the pickups that I've got for it.
If you look at most of the comments, Matt, you would think I don't believe in intonation, according to most people.
The pickups that I've got for that I was going to put in it are Epiphone Pro Buckers.
Nice.
Pro Bucker 2 and 3.
And yes, a reminder, Ryan, yes, there is Water Buffalo meeting this Wednesday at the usual time, 6 Central. There's Corey's Garden. I missed out on seeing Rush as well. Yes. I tried actually seeing them with Primus opening for them, but I wasn't able to get away. I had exams at the time. Hey, be nice to the guest, Mike. If you ever decide to actually come on for once, I'll quote in Eastern time.
Oh, where's the end of this? There it is.
Exactly, Don. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, easy. Oh, getting a fresh haircut even on Wednesday. Nice. What's a haircut? I don't know, Zach. I'm not aware of what a haircut is.
I think this one's the one I'm going to work on next.
Ooh. A thin line.
Mahogany back with a
Maple cap.
maple cap on it.
So it's a thin line Les Paul. Actually, it's like a Gretsch Jet in a sense. Then.
Almost, yeah. But I've got a mini humbucker I'm going to put in up here in the neck.
Nice.
And a standard telly bridge. Should be fun. But you can't really see the flame in that maple. Not in this light.
No.
You can see a little.
Nice. All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna do a cherry Danish oil finish on this one, I think.
Nice.
And rub it till it glows.
Dan says, and a Gibson neck and headstock?
I could do that. I've got a flying V headstock I could put on it. One of those pointy ones.
There you go. Yeah, see, now, yeah, Keith's like, what kind of headstock? Chris has a Firebird neck. Okay. Well, Firebird neck, at least it's still 6 on the side.
Yeah. There's 6 underneath, something like that.
Jeremy asks, forgive my ignorance, Ferd, but are these scratch builds?
No, I got these bodies pre-cut, pre-made, and mostly sanded, fairly smooth. They need some good finish work though. Little Little 4/0 steel wool. Get it nice and smooth before I put the Danish oil on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, see Corey's garden there, right? TV Jones in the bridge and a classic 57 in the neck. Winning! Murray says a Parker Fly headstock on an SG should happen.
There you go.
Well, you know what? That would help with the neck dive.
Yeah. Chris likes that idea.
Oh, friction tuners. Oof. I can't remember. I remember I had to tune something once and it had friction tuners. Oh, it's like, oh my God. Never again. The blended family approach.
I like to be somewhat offbeat, I guess.
Which is why you fit in so well in the community, Ferd.
That's true. The newer Firebirds have are the Shallers or
They might be. I think I remember playing one that was more like the same as an Explorer now. It just has like mini Grovers.
yeah,
Just what an
okay.
Explorer has.
Yeah. I keep seeing the Sunburst version like you like you tested out or demoed on
I
the
haven't
channel.
seen another one of those since either, and it pisses me off because they were like really priced well for you get a lot of guitar for that price.
Yeah. I see a lot of them on the marketplace. Jimmy Biter, what's up?
Shock Bird, brace yourself. All those olive drab guitars they did last year that Charles was fawning over, they're all still there. They're all still there. I think they sold one. I think 4 of the 5
drabs
there, or 3 of the 4. I was like, nobody wants an olive drab Flying V or a Firebird.
I can't say as I blame them.
Right?
I think I remember Phil McKnight having some kind of guitar that was olive drab. I don't recall what it was off the top of my head.
I can't do it. No, that just looks like a candidate for a refin for me. Or it's getting all the stickers.
Yeah. Or send it to Charles for a fabric top.
It's part of Gibson's MASH signature series.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Charles will take them.
Right. Well, he figures if he gets a bunch of stuff in olive drab, his wife wouldn't even notice because they'll just blend in.
Rock Daddy doesn't want one because he was in the Army.
Right. Yeah, easy with the satin black, Matt. Like, we're not all that depressed or angry.
Yeah, I don't even own a black guitar at the moment.
That's a random comment, Mark. Yes. It's only good for you. We're the only local people in Zach. But yeah, but that's also on the res. That's not retail. That's different. Yeah. That's Indian prices. All the black guitars, right? Yeah.
Well, our gas prices are down to $2.79 a gallon at the moment.
Ooh. Yeah, that's because that's basically a 4-to-1 liter of the Canuck. Hey, Sassy.
What's up, Sassy Cat?
Nice. So yeah, next week, folks, we'll be hanging with Charles Green, regardless situation. Might be others joining us, might not be. We'll see. Which then will just gives us just to rebook Charles again if it's a group hang to do a one-on-one hang. But I'm curious. I want to get his opinion on last Friday's Tone Talk. No, here. That's here, Ryan. Here is APRE. Or he hears it's 269. He doesn't actually know that's what he hears. I'm not sure. Brian loves confusing me with that. Sometimes I wonder if his grasp of the English language is tenuous. But I love him.
He speaks Tennessean.
Yeah.
Having lived in Tennessee for a time, I kind of understand.
Yep. Having spent a fair amount of time in North Carolina, I get it.
Yeah.
Oofda, Trev. But then again, BC is always like one of the more expensive places, barring the far north and such. BC. just piling on. Because that's what our channel members do. Pile on. Yeah. I know, Ryan. Yes. Which was hilarious. He's like, well, Richard Fortus says it was. And Mick's like, well, it wasn't. Because he had 4 amps modded by Jose, and he sold 1 to Richard Fortus, and it wasn't that one. So, yeah.
It's mo better wonderful, Chris.
Yeah. Like, Mick wasn't getting rid of his number 1 that he records with and has forever. Oh, I want one of those little line boosters now just to play with to see what exactly it does, because the modern pedal's not going to be the same as the old style booster. Yeah, and I have a feeling that retrospectively, Mick isn't the biggest Richard Fortus fan, considering that one album he said that he didn't like playing on was the Generation Swine. I'm pretty sure it was Richard Fortus who actually played a ton of it, according to, I want to say Hit Metalworks or Trev. I was hanging out with both of them last night, and one of them told me that. So, well, it's still a good Jose modded Marshall. It's not the Jose modded Marshall. Right. Still, yeah. Just like say, not the. But I think it may have been the one he used, because he said, I think that was the one he said that had all the holes in it, which would be the one he used at the US Festival. So there is that.
Yeah.
And you can see the rage immediately in Mick there. Yeah, that guy drilled all those fucking holes in my amp. It's just like. Well, yeah, I'm not saying, but if Fortus thought he was buying Providence, he should have got that in writing as well, right? You get the COA, Mick, attesting to blah, blah, blah. But what is considered the Jose modded Marshall, Jeremy? That would be the one that I believe it was Mick's first amp he had modded by Jose, which is on... Because he also used the one with the boost in the back for, I want to say, the first 2 albums. And then probably this one came in by Theater of Pain and everything since. And whether that it's being and then blended as well with a Soldano later on. And they said even a Vox 30, AC 30, when they worked with Bob Rock. But it sounds like some Bob Rock. Oh, we're going to wire into this amp, but we're not even miking it. And it'll be across the room, and it'll just be there for bleed over. Exactly, BC.
Yep.
But, don't take anything Steve Jones says with a grain of salt, because as he says, yeah, the guitar was stolen, given to him like 3 weeks before the Sex Pistols formed and like recorded their first album. I was like, nobody has been playing guitar for 3 weeks is going to sound that good. Because you listen, they're way too tight, and there's little turnarounds, Ferd. It's not all power chords, because you can't help it. As a guitar player, you get fancy.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think it was supposed to be Malcolm McLaren that stole it and then gave it to Steve and all this bullshit. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm not, Trev. I'm not. Yeah, I don't think Eddie's amp had the same mods. His was different because it had the different capacitor in it too, right? That was part of Eddie's thing. Yeah, easy, hip, easy. Yeah, we're not mentioning that name, Hip. Hip's like, why can't anybody see my comments anymore? Oh. Banned. Yeah.
Hit him with the band hammer.
I figured I was going to have to on Friday night. I had a feeling that it was a big crowd watching Tone Talk.
That was.
Like I made a point, and it's funny because I had a feeling they were going to shoot for about an hour because Mick not being much of an interview guy, but I knew they would bleed over. So last week I said to Charles after they did Guitar Safari, I'm like, you know what? Don't do a show next week. Like there's just everybody's going to be over there. Like just don't bother. It's like, well, almost everybody because Chris is like, oh, that was tonight. Yeah.
He didn't do a show this morning either, did he?
No, he didn't do one this morning either. He took the whole weekend off. I know Charles does that. He takes Friday off. He would like to take Sunday off as well. I was missing chat with Charles this morning. So that threw me off. That was our freedom.
Okay, Gary.
Even 3 months though.
I've done that before, Mike.
Slated player to be only playing a fraction of the time, he said. But then again, you got Jimmy Page, who still to this day claims he invented the EDS 1275. Except it was way before your band was formed. Around the same time. It was 68. 67, 68 was the first year of the EDS 1275. And he said he needed it so he could play Stairway to Heaven live, which would be their fourth album. So, yeah. So a little while longer here, folks. Great comments in here tonight. Taking it so far. Mind folks, tomorrow night, Cuts with Guitars, acoustic edition. I've been asked, to do an acoustic show. So the unplugged edition, I guess, or intimate and interactive for you Canadian folks, which is basically unplugged, but on our version of MTV. We did intimate and interactive. I'm like, you're just ripping off MTV's Unplugged.
Yep.
So we're doing that, playing songs. Of course, Mr. There's always open. We'll be doing some bad albums, but not the unplugged edition. I'll be playing a vintage Martin. How about that? That's the Berfle. Something Bo doesn't own for once. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah, so far, Ryan. You got another appointment for later this month. It'll be my fourth treatment. So far, it's working.
That's good. Good to hear.
It's weird though. It's weird they could stick two or three little bitty pins through my ear, and it affects my back. Takes the pain away. Pretty strange.
Ferd's not Michael Krause, Blue Mox.
He thinks I'm his dad, Blue Mox.
Thank you, Jeremy.
I'm old enough.
Yep. Jeremy donated to the tip jar. Appreciate that. Have a good one, my friend.
Take it easy, Jeremy.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up soon ourselves. I'm trying to think. I've got the bad album covers tomorrow night with Charles, as it were. And then,
that's always fun.
Yep. Because he's such a nice guy, and he just doesn't see some of these coming, and he's just like, "What? This can't be real." And he's like, "Yeah, it is." Right? It's kind of like, I think that's become a new sport for all the water buffaloes. During Buffalo meeting, trying to get Charles to facepalm is always a fun game for any of us. Who had 17 minutes in the pool? Exactly, Chris. Exactly. I got my thing. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
That is Charles. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dwight Bailey.
Good to see you. What's the over-under for this Wednesday, Hip? 22 minutes for me. I'm going with. Which we got to remember, Charles, that my sister, because I don't know if she's still a channel member. Got to make sure my sister gets a link. It's always fun when she shows up.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden you see her sitting up a little bit. Can't be totally slacking off. And she's always fun. Charles with all the Charles emojis.
Yeah.
I don't have an emoji of myself. Charles has an emoji. I mean, you can tell by the way that it is, because I can't show it off, but I can show that. I think Charles will be in charge of creating any future emojis too, because it was really easy for me to. He will, yeah. That he found for $300, Bo. That's the sad part. He'll find the one that barn find. Original owner. Oh, just give me what I paid for it. Nice. I'm not sure if we got anything else going on here. What do we got? Parting words in here, folks. Rob says, saw a white Falcon yesterday. No idea they even made a Falcon bass. Ooh.
Wow.
Yes. And you kind of want it, don't you? Right? All that white and gold sparkle binding everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere.
Only like $8,000. Sure.
I'm sure the wife and child will understand. They won't understand. See you, Charles. Have a
Night,
good one, my
Charles.
friend. Yeah, get one in a backup, right? It was like when someone sent me a link on Facebook Marketplace, a local guy was selling an Explorer that he put a Bigsby on. He's like, well, look at this abomination. I'm like, I don't mind that thing. Hey, Herb.
Howdy, Herb.
As a reminder, Water Buffalo meeting, 7 p.m. Eastern for Michael Krause. How about 8 p.m. Atlantic for Rob Blackmore official? How about that?
There you
How
go.
about 8:30 start time for? Oh, why did I forget his name in Newfoundland? There, Mark Dillon. That's it, Mark Dillon. I knew he'd hit me at some point. I'm not talking about the edibles.
Mhm.
I'm not driving the bus all the time. I'm just saying. That's right. I believe so. So 6 p.m. for the Saskatchewanians. See, not even people in Saskatchewan don't spell it Saskatchewan, because nobody knows how to spell it. It's just a myth. Even on a spelling bee as a child, you get close enough to, yeah, good enough. Teacher doesn't even know. Oh, trying to think. Lawrence, you're 4 hours behind me? So it'd be 3 p.m., I believe. Well, there's that. So sometimes it's one time, sometimes it's a different time. That's what Trev's saying. Well, yeah, but Chris does the same thing there in, where is he, on the surface of the sun?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time for Long and McQuaid? 1 a.m. 1 a.m. start time for Lucas and Martin. Swing and a miss.
Wednesday, Bo.
Yeah. Yeah. Wednesday, 7 for you, Bo. All right, Sassy, get some sleep. Well, it's Thursday for like John ZD351 because he's in Australia, so it's actually a Thursday morning hang for him, or Haas
Right.
if he ever makes it sometime. So there's that. So now I'm thoroughly confused about time zones. We'll probably wrap things up here. Been wonderful having Ferd on. We'll definitely do it again because he is the Grand Poobah.
It's
If you'd
been
like to
fun,
talk to
guys.
Ferd more this week, folks, become a channel member. Hit the join button.
Come on.
Come hang out
I
with
might
us.
even wear my my Grand Poobah hat.
Ooh. Tune in to find out. So, always fun. This has been great. We had a lot of people join in. If you haven't already, please hit the like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know, Bo.
So
He got the hat from the Jungle website. I don't supply the hats. Exactly. All the above. Of course, hold the line, Ferd. We'll talk off air. And as always, folks, hold those doors open.
I'll be
Let
here.
Steve ahead in traffic. Mazel.
Thanks.
And good happy tone chasing. And of course, don't litter.